Welcome back, guys. It's time. If you are new here, welcome to Going Medieval YouTube series. This is season 2, episode 1, A New Life. If you've been here before, we have played this game before. Absolutely love it. I created about 20 episodes, and I just kind of fell off, had some things going on. So we're back because they keep updating the game. I wanted to start brand new with A New Life, and we're going to go with a mountain and a large map size. I'm going to name this thing Ruby Falls. That is a real location. If you know what it is, drop a comment. Let me know. Don't Google it. But we got a pretty cool seed here. I actually did a few test generation and found a pretty cool seed. Excited to show you guys that. We've got 3 settlers today: Mr. Edward Green, Rosa Shepherd, and Ysabell Whitcomb. We will dive into their perks and all their skills and all that fun stuff as we get started. Today in the agenda, I'm going to keep this kind of simple, but again, if you've never played this before, I will recommend a video that I did release about job schedule and manage tabs and just getting started with the game. But for now, we want to begin the warehouse construction. We need some places to store all of our goods. We got to get all that situated, and we need to construct the research workbench. We must safely cut down trees with nobody getting hurt. And then let's survive the first night. Let's give people a place to sleep. So we'll load up the game here real quick if my stream doesn't break. There we go. And this is all going to be kind of raw, unedited. I mean, I love just watching YouTube videos on my lunch break or just when I'm chilling at home. So, I mean, obviously, like skip around as you want. But I figured I would just kind of release this as I play it, and let's just have a fun time. Now, first thing we want to do, guys, we see Rosa, Edward, and Ysabell here. We've got a couple goats, Pan and Astral, interesting names for our goats, and a cat named Diana, which is interesting. I didn't come up with that. There was all random names and all randomly generated. First thing we want to do, we can hit the period key to allow and just select all this stuff. I will say there is a helpful tip. You can actually change the allow button to forbid. So instead of having to like manually click things and forbid them, if you wanted to forbid certain things, you could just click that, change it to forbid. That does come in useful when we're building blueprints. So I'll get into that as we go. But for now, settlers are idle. There's nowhere to store resources. When you first load up a map, this is what you're going to get. You're going to see all kinds of things. There's a little bit of water over here. This is a mountain, obviously. There's limestone everywhere. Now, some of it's impure, which means we only have 12, we can only achieve 12 limestone or raw limestone out of this particular block. But other places, like it looks like here, there's a bunch of limestone laying around. This gives you 60 out of, max potential of 60 limestone, and there's a 1600 hit points here. So we can allow all this limestone just for our settlers to use eventually. But I love this map because look at the 2 running, or actually it's not 2 rivers, it's just a running river with a giant curve around it, and it goes all the way out here. There's a big like valley, kind of river valley through here, which we can create like a really cool bridge. But I'm excited because look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. This is a peninsula that we can use for starting our castle and building some of the, maybe like a prime entrance right here with a little bridge running across this river. So I'm super excited for this. We're going to allow everything out here, just all this limestone. There's probably some iron here. You can see some of our ore and all that stuff. But we'll get into that. What I'm going to do is actually go through the job schedule and manage tab real quick. I'm just going to do that on my own. So we will be right back. All right, so we've set up all the jobs, the schedule, and the manage tab. We've got this going from priority level, and I won't explain all this because I do have a video kind of explaining how jobs work, so check that out. But basically, Edward he's eager for animal husbandry and is passionate about marksman and cooking, so those are going to be his top priorities. Rosa is very passionate about mining, and she's eager about smithing, so we don't have any smithing yet, but once we get there, she'll be doing that primarily. Ysabell, fortunately, is passionate about construction, which is beautiful. You want settlers to be passionate in that because that's just a never-ending task. She's eager about carpentry and then also passionate about alchemy and research. So that's all research, construction, mining, cooking. All of these tasks are great for starting out. We don't really have a great botanist. Edward is our highest botanist skill level at 10, so that might be a bit of a problem. But fortunately, We do have some carcasses laying around that we can go get. I'm going to focus specifically on the deer first because they just provide plenty of meat. I'm actually going to mark these for urgent haul. So yeah, there's deer carcasses laying around. We can go look at them. They're probably a million miles away. Actually, this one's very close by. That one's very close by. And you can kind of see where they are on the map. That looks kind of... no, that's not too far either. So hopefully none of these are too far away, but you kind of get the idea there. We can go see where they are. But they will rot eventually, so we want to pick those off the ground because it increases the ground decay modifier, makes it go much quicker. So what we need to do, we laid out a spot for construction here. This is our floor for our warehouse. What I'm going to do is also position the walls. We're just going to go all the way around like that for now. And the reason why I put it here, I don't want that there. Hold on. The reason why I put it here is because I want this peninsula to be kind of our main location of building starting out. This here is going to be, it's not going to be permanent. It's going to be temporary. It's going to be a temporary structure. So we're going to leave that there. And then we'll start expanding out this way once we start building some permanent structures. But for now, our settlers will swim across the little river here and start building. I do need to make a door. We'll put a door there and maybe one over here. And then we also need some windows. We'll put one there, one there. We'll put a couple in the back here as well. And yeah, we'll just put some on the sides just like that. Perfect. All right, so last thing we need to do, we need materials to build. Fortunately, we're just starting off on the base game mode. We have wood that our settlers brought with us. But we need to chop down some trees. If you see me before, you know I hate dead trees. I just think they look absolutely ugly. I don't really want to chop down growing trees because they only yield 15 wood. That's just not worth it. And while I'm doing this, we're going to go ahead and hit play. Settlers are idle. They're going to start beginning to do stuff. You see Rosa here is getting resources for construction along with Ysabell. Edward is over here already working on the nearest tree to chop down, and hopefully he doesn't hurt himself or chop a goat, or cat needs to watch out. Edward's doing some dangerous work over here, Diana, so hopefully he's fine with that. We're just gonna go ahead and mark all these trees here because it's just close by. That one's dead. Sure, get that one as well. This one over here, and then all these as well. These are right next to where we're gonna be building. I'm not going to worry about like deforesting the whole environment. These trees will all die off anyway this year by the winter, so they don't last. I mean, they're at mature rate right now, and they won't last forever. They're going to eventually become dead. Like this one's 96% dead. It's just going to fall down. And will it make a sound? I don't know. Does a tree make a sound when it falls down if no one is around? Is the question. But you can see here Rosa and Ysabell are already swimming across the river to begin construction. We've got that going. Now we have nowhere to store resources. We can fix that with a default stockpile. And we're going to put it inside this building. Now we could go all the way across, but I'm actually going to go right here and do 9x7. Reason being is we need a place to sleep. We don't want our settlers to sleep on the ground, right? That would not be ideal. So, hey, sleeping spots. Let's just put... Man, should we cram them all together? I think I might just cram them all together in the corner over here. I mean, we could spread it out, but eventually we're going to have more settlers, and this is going to be just a temporary headquarters, basically. So yeah, somebody's going to get the window seat over here. Somebody's going to be right in the middle. Unfortunate, but, that'll do. So let's speed it up just a little bit. Edward's just going to be chopping away, and they're going to be building over here. One thing I'd like to get is let's go ahead and throw in the research table. You can't unlock your research options until you build the research workbench or research table. So we'll throw that in, and I'm gonna put it, man. Well, we'll put it on this side of the river over here. I mean, this is just temporary, and I put it right on top of the shrub, didn't I? Cool. All right, so that's fine. Edward's gonna go cut that shrub down. He's got a bunch of trees still to chop. But yeah, things are going to move pretty quickly in the series, guys. I mean, I did do kind of a tutorial series, more tips and tricks in this game. But for now, we're just going to do a let's play, and we'll make it into more tips and everything as well. But we can go ahead and mark some of this barley to harvest because we will need to be growing that very soon. This barley right here, more there. Do we have... we need to try to find... let's see. Here's red currant. So we've got red currant nearby, which is fantastic. We can turn that into drinks for our settlers. And then we'll see if we can find any flax nearby. But let's see. Edward, I actually have you prioritizing... Yeah, so his botany... There's grow, harvest, and cut plants. Those are all at 3. I'm gonna bump up. Let's get you cutting all those plants first. I actually don't really want you harvesting all that. So Edward, would you? As soon as you harvest this, he'll probably come over and start working on his cutting plants jobs. But we're gonna get interactive with our settlers today. Not just today, but in this whole series. So Edward Green is a devout oak brethren. He is 30, age 30. Birthday is the 8th day of spring. There's only 12 days in this game per season. His background is a thrifty chef. So Edward, once an infant, de cuisine under the great master Talevent. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. I'm not going to read all that because I'll just mess it all up. And my camera is definitely blocking it, so we'll hide that. But there's his background. It gives him good culinary skills, botany skills, animal handling, smithing, all great. But he does prefer that cooking job. The pseudonym is the Saint of Ben, which gives him the eager animal handling job preference and +3 to that skill level. Absolutely perfect. I'm not great. I'm from the United States, so I'm not great at my ratio here on weight to height. But he seems to be a healthy guy. He looks pretty good. 92 kilograms, not bad. He also does prefer ranged combat, which is great. So he is a gobbler, which is one of my favorite. I just think it's funny. It's not my favorite perk because it's kind of annoying, but I think it's hilarious. The only way to preserve food is to eat it quickly. At least that's what Edward thinks. So he's gonna cook all the food with that passionate cooking background, but he's going to eat it all as well. So his consumption duration is minus 50%. So that kind of means he needs to eat basically twice as many meals, which is fine, or at least 1.5 the ratio to other settlers. We've unlocked the research panel. Perfect. We'll get to that in a second. What's hilarious about this? These two combos right here, the gobbler, but he's also a lightweight, so Edward can't really hold his drinks. Tiny Tipper will make Edward doze off, so that could be interesting, because he's right now doing some pretty intense jobs that we would probably drug test for and test his blood alcohol content when he's swinging that axe around. And then he's also bloodlust, so it does give him the job preference for range and melee combat and skill level. You can see he's getting that botany skill up. Passionate about cooking and any type of battle, although he does have much more skill for marksman, so he'll primarily be a marksman for us and hunting animals and deer and all that fun stuff. That's our boy Edward. There's just a lot of fun stuff you can see here. I just love the logs here. We'll really get into that. Get into the logs. Oh my god, get into the logs. Excuse me. Oh, look at that tree. That was loud. Making a bunch of noise over here. But yeah, you can see he was keen to talk about jousting with Rosa, who seemed interested. So they seem to have a good conversation there. You can see their social. Yeah, there you go. Pleasant conversation. They get 25 for settling together. Even though they're forced to settle here because I made them. But yeah, the interactions and socialization will go up, and hopefully they're not deprived of company or lonely. That would not be good. Fully healthy, I'm sure. Yeah, fully healthy. We don't. It's uncomfortable. I don't really know why you're uncomfortable, dude. I mean, it's a beautiful day here. Spring day 1. You're already uncomfortable, but you know what? It'll be fine. And then there's all kinds of just, there's things you can look at here. Look at that. He's actually large. Okay, so his movement speed is a little slower because he's a big dude. But you know what? That's fine. He actually has a motor function. Oh, well, that's because he's an adult. But he's large, and so his motor function is lower. Interesting. Minus 5%. That's something I did not know. But these all perks will change all this stuff, and just the way they're built will change all this stuff. So pretty fun stuff. So yeah, anyway, we've got the research table unlocked, which means we can go in here and get architecture like that and agriculture like that. It gives you 25 chronicles to start on the default game mode, which is what we have done. And what we're gonna do is build our wooden beam right in the middle here, probably this way. So we could put a floor and a second level in, right? We could just do this, but what's gonna happen, it's 11 by 11. And your wooden walls or support beams can only go 3 wide before they 1, 2, 3 wide before they will not be supported anymore. So you have to build something, which in our case we'll build just a wooden beam right here in the middle. And then if we build this guy right here, then we can go, let's just for an example, let's delete, well, no, that won't work. Yeah, but we can just build it right here. We can build everything with that support beam. Perfect, that's all we need. And I'm actually going to get rid of that one. And we're going to build a ladder. Because this is where we'll perform our combat, hopefully, if we get raided early on in the game. We'll have a ladder up here for a second level for people to shoot down those raiders. Cool, so it looks like Edward is now beginning construction, so there's nothing left for him to chop down. I'm going to mark some of these herbs to harvest with the B hotkey. Now you can go through and just mark them all, but you see this one here is not fully maxed out in its growing phase, so we'll cancel that and only get the ones that are fully ripe, even though this one is stunted due to lack of sunlight. Although that's interesting, it must have been just like that in the game. Do we have... Now, we should probably look at our map. Do we have any flax nearby? That would be perfect if we did. Now that's more barley. We'll just go ahead and mark that too. Flax is going to give us cloth, and we will need that for making clothes and rugs and all kinds of good stuff. I'm not going to look too hard. I'll probably look for that off the camera while we're building. But I don't... Oh wait, here's some right here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful and versatile plant with blue flowers. There's the blue flowers right there. So there's I only see one though. There's one there. I mean, that'll at least give us some seeds to get started. Oh, here's some too. Yeah, there's some down here. Oh, there's a few. That's sunlight's awful, but whatever. We can at least get started with growing our own crops with flax. So we've got all our walls built. What I'm going to do is just click on the corners. We're going to make this look extra pretty because we don't want it to be ugly. And I'll turn my camera back on, I guess, so you guys can look if you want. I figured I'd leave the camera on in this series. Might as well, right? I'm just going to pretty this up real quick, and while we're doing that, we will complete day 1, and I'm just going to keep going. I'll probably do like, oh no, I'll probably do like 3 days per episode, maybe, at least starting out. I think that's going to be a good ratio. So we'll just speed it up real quick, because all we have left to do is build the ceiling here. I don't think we'll get it done, because our bedtimes, we have a strict bedtime at 11 p.m., so no settler better be staying up past their bedtime. And then one thing we can do tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and mark our goats for training. And that'll be a job for Edward because he is passionate about, or he's eager about animal handling, and he's actually got really good skill level. So one of our goats is here. Where's the other goats? Where did your partner go, Pan? Oh my god, Astrid, you're sleeping on the waterfall. Autosave, nice. We will mark you to train. Perfect. And I love this map, man. I absolutely love this map. We called it Ruby Falls because it's a real place, but I also love this series of waterfalls going down here. That looks super cool. And then just all the way down, and then it wraps around, builds this. Look at this wide waterfall. That looks so beautiful. And then since it levels off here, it builds a nice valley across the river where we can build a cool little bridge. Cool. So Edward, we've looked at him. Let's look at Rosa, who is currently sleeping and indulged in some light banter about fleas and ticks. So we're day 1, we already have fleas and ticks on the settlement. That's a bit of a problem. Let's look at our cat. Can we get our cat going here? Diana, will you be on vermin control, please? And I'll assign you to Edward. You can take care of some of those ticks for me. But yeah, Miss Rosa is 38 years of age. She was born on the 10th day of winter. Her job preference is mining, and she's eager about smithing. She is a reckless Lorimor, and again, I'll do this if you want to read it. There it is right there. These are all unique backgrounds. I mean, there's not, like, I don't know, there's probably 20, 30, 40, 50 of them. And they're all going here to grab some ale to drink. And honestly, let's go ahead and haul that ale in. I mean, it's probably going to rot anyway, but I'm going to mark some of this to urgently haul, just so it's not sitting out here and decaying on the floor. But yes, Rosa, she had a good dream. Very nice. Dude, can we look at that? Oh, Rosa, come back here. Can we look at your, no. Where is it? Mood. Yeah, good dream. There you go. dreamt that I was comforted by a dear friend and woke feeling safe and rested. Today is off to a great start. However, she did sleep outside, so I don't know if those two are related, but she seemed to enjoy her night of camping. First night here on the settlement. Uncomfortable bed. I don't think we even... Did we sleep in it? Did she even have a bed? I don't know if we... Yeah, we did build the beds. Okay, good. So yeah, Rosa, it's fine. By tomorrow, we'll let you sleep inside tomorrow. So yeah, Rosa is a reckless Lorimore. She doesn't have a pseudonym, but her perks are cold hardy, so she thrives in the winter, work through the harshest days, and she also is a night owl. So I want to talk about this. We're gonna put her on the night shift. So I've got a day shift right here, and I'm gonna give her, actually, you know what? Let's change this up. I don't need them sleeping 7 hours. We're gonna let them sleep 6 hours. I think you can get away with 6, usually if you do it correctly. Right now we don't have any leisure hours going, but I'm gonna put more leisure hours here at the end of the day once we get there. But for Rosa, I'm gonna have her sleep in, hold on, I didn't do this right. Let's do it that way and that way. There we go, there we go. So we got 6-hour work shifts, 2 hours of a break, 6-hour work shifts. We're all about business here starting out. Rosa, I want you to actually sleep during this block of hours, so we're gonna we'll mark out 4 hours there. Hopefully that's enough, and then we'll kind of flip you if we don't forget, and then turn the rest of those into sleep once we get to the day 3. But yeah, she's working on that right now. I'm gonna actually have her come here and urgent haul as her top priority. Reason being is I want to get these deer carcasses, which I thought I marked for urgent haul. Maybe I didn't. Let's get those hauled into our stockpile so we can begin cooking them very soon. But yeah, the night owl perk is nice. So she's basically just the opposite of seasonal depression. She loves the night and she loves winter. And you'll see that her work speed will actually be better when it is night. XP gain. Modifier Mary. I don't know where that comes from. Interesting. I guess because she's happy. I guess because she's happy right now. Well, that's good. But yeah, when she's working at night, she'll actually get a modifier and she'll be happier because she actually, she feels most alive working during the hours of the darkness. So that's a cool perk. Pay attention to your perks. All right. So what are we doing here, Edward? Let's mark a few more trees to cut down, my guy. I need you to chop. Oh my God, I lost my keyboard. I need you to cut down these trees nearby. It's not the growing ones. I mean, you can wipe a whole forest if you want to. It's not the end of the world. I just like to prioritize. And then also we need to get some production going. Let's get our butchering table in. I'm just going to put this right outside the window here. And I'm going to put the campfire right next door. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't put campfire logs next to a wood structure. If that catches on fire, it's burning the whole thing down. I mean, logistically, you would think. But we'll give it a little space, maybe. So Ysabell should get on that in day 2, guys, and we're gonna roll right through it. Basically, your first objective: just build a structure, get everybody indoors, get everything hauled into the stockpile. You can see Rosa's working on. Where is Rosa? She's probably going after the deer right now. Yep, she's got a deer carcass. And you can see she's going really slow, and now she's swimming through the... Oh, good lord, Rosa. It's a lot of work there. You're carrying a 80-kilogram weighted deer on your back and swimming across a river, so it does impact her movement speed a little bit. And where does it say that? I don't know where it says that, but it will impact their... Oh, there it is. Settlers overburdened because they're carrying a deer carcass, but somebody's got to do it. And hopefully they're not too far away, but I'd like to go ahead and get all those in there. Now, we've got this beautiful little research table just out in the middle of nowhere. We could just leave it here. Well, we are going to leave it here, but we could just leave it outside. But the production speed's only 80%, so let's just build a awful, terrible looking structure like this. No, that looks horrible. How am I going to do this? Yeah, let's build an awful looking structure like that. This is temporary. Please ignore how garbage this looks. But it is here just to get the job done. And we'll put some wicker floor just like that. So again, that looks stupid. But I just want it to create a or I guess we'll create a library out of this, not a workshop. This will be eventually turned into a library, and you're going to see how this production speed of 80 is going to go up much, much higher very soon. So I think we're looking pretty good, man. I mean, we're off to a good start. Edward, what are you doing? Oh, Edward's carrying a deer as well. Nice. Okay, good. Good. I don't know why he's doing that. I guess he started doing that before there became a cutting job or any other job for him to do. Cool. So let's look at Ysabell here, swimming across the river. Ysabell is carrying 4 sticks. That's a lot lighter work, and she's completely finished now. We've actually got the shared chamber. There you go. Good job, Ysabell. So we now have a shared chamber, which is great. That will help our mood modifier because our settlers will sleep in a bedroom or a chamber. Eventually, we'll have them all separate bedrooms, but we're not ready for that yet. We're only on day 2. But yeah, Ysabell is our intellectual researcher and our builder, and she's also our carpentry worker. She has the erudite perk, which is great for XP gain with intellectual tasks, and benevolent, so she has a good positive social interaction chance, and actually, you know, she should be the light of the settlement here. She's a faithless roofer. Gives her that plus 12 carpentry and plus 15 construction, as she is currently somehow... Oh, she's right here. Never mind. She's right here hammering away at the butchering table, which we will begin chopping up those deer, which will be Edward's job. And yeah, I don't think she's going to have much... Oh, yeah, we got all that other stuff to build, so she'll be good. 33 years young, 8th day of spring is her birthday. Wasn't somebody else? They have the same birthday. Okay, interesting. Edward and Ysabell share a birthday. Nice. But yeah, you can see her skills here. Good carpentry skill, great construction skill, and passionate about it. Intellectual skill is actually not that high, but she is passionate, which is nice. Other than that, tailoring is awful. She has no idea what medicine means, so I'm not going to trust her to do anything with medicine. She's good at marksman, not great at melee, so she'll be fine with a ranged weapon, which we need for them to pick up eventually. Sometimes it takes a while for them to pick them up. Decent at mining, we'll get into that. There'll be a whole lot of mining in this game. I want to look, does anybody have good medicine? Edward, I'm not going to have him touch any mining utensils, and he's really stupid. He has 0 intellectual skill, so we will not be doing that for Edward. Rosa is not good at marksman, but good at melee, which is nice. Very good at mining. I don't know if I looked at this for Rosa. Very good at mining, good at smithing. She's actually good at tailoring, just not passionate about it, and pretty good at construction as well. She has no idea how to handle animals and no idea what growing and harvesting, and just she's not with nature. But you know what? She's with materials, mining, ores, metals, smithing, so that's great. We need somebody to do that. So we're approaching the end of day 2, guys. I didn't really put an agenda for today, but I think it's pretty simple on what we want to do. What I may go through here... Actually, let's pause it real quick. I'm going to go through and figure out what we want to do for day 3. Alright, I should probably explain, again, I got a disclaimer here. I'm not a pro at this game. Any stupid decisions or mistreatment of settlers will not hold up in court. All appeals will be immediately denied. But I'll take feedback and suggestions, of course. I probably should have showed that before I started filming. And then day 2, kind of the agenda and goals. We already kind of started here, but we wanted to finish the warehouse, which we've done. Check on that. Plant organized crops. We need to focus on that one. I knew I was missing something. We also need to build an animal pen and haul deer carcasses. So we're basically 2 of 4 on day 2. And then day 3 coming up, we did build the campfire. So I kind of went out of order here. But we'll focus on cooking meat, and we'll get into some advanced blueprint. That's supposed to be a P, advanced blueprint planning, and then make sure all of our settlers are getting along. We got to get along here today. So yeah, I kind of forgot. Rosa's sleeping right now. Let me not forget this. Let's put her back on a few more hours of sleep. So she's on the night shift. I completely forgot about gardening. Let's get a cabbage field growing, maybe right here. Of course, you can't put cabbage on. It can't grow on. It's got to grow on a dirt. Obviously, you can't grow crab. You can't. Okay, I'm not a gardener, but I know you can't grow cabbage on rocks. So we're gonna put it there, and then we're gonna put some. What are we gonna do here? We put barley here. Yeah, let's put barley here. We don't have enough seeds yet, but that'll be fine. Edward's gonna work on that. So we got some crops planted. We'll probably get some red currant eventually. I don't think any of this is ripe. Oh, there's some ripe. Cool. We'll get some red currant going. We'll probably plant all 12 of those. This is actually really nearby, so that's fine, but I don't like having to run all the way around. I like putting our crops just next to everything. I think that looks a lot easier, or works a lot better. Cool, so Edward's down there doing his job. Now, in terms of day 3, we're going to come over here and really build around this area in the future. So that'll be kind of a day 3 task as we get there. Let's just harvest stunted. Oh man, come on now. All my herbs are stunted. Got a lot over there. But we don't have anybody that can plant herbs right now. His skill is only 10. Might be 11 here in just a second. No, it's still 10. It's going to be 11 after this go. Alright, so let's see. Do we have all those deer in here? We've got 1, 2, 3 deer, and I guess Rosa's getting deer number 4 right now. Yep, she's hauling deer number 4. Beautiful. So that means there's one more, and where is she going? Probably the farthest away is... Oh, Lord. Rosa! Oh my god, this is all the way over here. It's gonna take all day. Fox is guarding it right now, but you can see it's already 67% fresh. It's going downhill quick. It's got a few hit points as well, so Fox probably taking care of it. After the autosave, Rosa will come get it. But yeah, we're on day 3. Looks like she's just hauling that, and then Edward and Ysabell are sleeping. So, guys, while they're sleeping, let's look over here. I'm gonna do a little planning. This is going to be the entrance to our beautiful settlement right here. We'll probably mine around a little bit and kind of figure out what we want to do here. But for right now, well, let's not do that. Let's go here and kind of create... How do I want to do this? What if we start it... Man. Let me think. What if we start it here? 21... And that goes 15, so that's going to be 36, right? I probably shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Let me do this correctly. I'm just trying to find where, like, the center point is. So 21, and then it was 36, so we get rid of 3 of these. That's 18 going that way, and then here to there is 18. You'll see what I'm doing in just a second. So this right here, and what we're going to do, we're actually going to forbid this. I don't want them to go build that. This is going to be the center point of kind of this section right through here, and it kind of curves off to the right, which is fine. But at least from here to down here, this is kind of the center point, somewhat. So this is going to be like the center point of where our Great Hall and where our major construction is going to go. So we'll leave that there. Right now, Ysabell is harvesting resources. Ysabell, will you actually start researching for me? I would like to get... furniture going. We want to turn that into library, so we need 15. We need quite a bit. Let's just do until you have we'll do 35. I think that's probably good, because I want to get furniture to start, and then it's whatever you want to do. I mean, we could go fermenting just so we can get some drinks going, or we can go get our internal storage for preserving food going. That's also a good one. Oh yeah, leisure activities. We should probably focus on that. But yeah, what else did I have for day number 3? Cook some roasted meat. We need to do that. Yeah, we need Edward to start cooking. We settlers have to eat. And then we just gotta check, make sure everybody's getting along. Now, I should probably put leisure activities in here, but you know what? I'm just not going to worry about that. They'll be fine for one more day. Alright, so let's start butchering a little bit. Diana, what are you eating? Diana, stop eating the deer. We need to use that, Diana. Diana, actually has a log as well. You can see she, whoa, look at this. She tore at unnamed pheasant. Nice. So she just destroyed a pheasant, which was great. So we can go pick those up wherever they are and cook those as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and get one. Look, Edward's finally auto-equipping. Thank you, Edward. Oh, I guess because it's on a stockpile now. There you go. There you go. Good. What did you pick up? What do you have, Edward? Yeah, short bow. That's fine. But he's going to go... Oh, no, he's going to go train the animal. Okay. Edward, let's make sure you're doing your job with these animals here. You gotta chase down Pan. Oh, we don't have... Oh, now you're preparing food. Okay, well, you need to make up your mind, dude. Both of those skills are... No, wait. Hey, you should probably go train the animal, but we don't have them in a pen yet, so we should actually do that. That was day 2 goals, which I kind of forgot about. All right, let's. These trees are in my way. Let's get rid of these trees. Reason being is I actually want to put. I want to put the animal pen over here. I'm gonna put a gate. Where did I put the door? I'll put the door right there. Okay, we'll put the gate there. And then fence there. And then how far out do we want to go? Maybe to here? I can't see very well. Okay, there we go. That's actually perfect. So this will be our animal pin right here. We will we need a pin marker. Put the pin marker there. We'll put the trowels right here for food. Perfect. And I'll actually even create like a little stupid ugly looking cover for them like that. And hold on a second, let me get rid of some of that. I guess I'm gonna chop down those herbs, but whatever, that's fine. Oh, is our flax ripe? Look at that, there we go. We got some flax. I don't know, there's probably more laying around somewhere, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Cool, so yeah, things are looking pretty good. As you can see, we've got the main structure built, we got food going, sort of. Edward, what is Edward doing? Edward trained the goat. There you go. Good job, Edward. And for some reason, you're cutting. Edward, you're not doing your job, bud. Oh, I guess you need to do that so Rosa can finish building. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. No, Edward? Edward. Oh, I put that as level 2. Yeah, you know what? Let's bump that down to level 3. That's my fault, Edward. My bad. I thought you were being stupid, but that was me. That was on me. Alright, so yeah, Edward's gonna come over here and cook butcher up the deer. Now, oh, that's my Windows key. You could put this inside, obviously, it'll make the production speed go a lot faster because it's raining right now. But for this, I'm not too worried about it. If we get raiders, they might come attack this and then we can build some Merlons up here, or they'll just break through our door. Either way, I'm not worried about it being here, it's not a huge deal. So yeah, I think things are looking pretty good. We're going to get these goats in as soon as we get the pin marker built by Rosa. And once that's done, we can... Oh, Rosa! Rosa! How'd you fail that? Actually, you know what, Rosa? I don't want you doing that. I want to... Well, let's finish that real quick, but I want you to start mining, Rosa. Yeah, Ysabell, you can take care of that, right? You won't fail. Ysabell won't fail on me. Thank you. Okay, can we click it? Oh, wait, do I not have this in? Oh, somebody finish that gate. Or finish that. Oh, good lord. Alright, whatever. We'll wait on that. What I'm going to do is actually come over here. So my Great Hall floor pan is going to be like this, right? I've done this in the past. It's going to be like that. So what I want to do is start mining out some of this stuff. And like the kitchen, there's gonna be a wall here, and then the kitchen's gonna be like a 9 by 9 like that. And I'm just gonna forbid all that. Just so this looks ugly, but this is gonna be like the floor plan, right? It's gonna be 10 wide and then 9 wide for a kitchen. So this is going to be a wall right here. I'm gonna put the mine going this way, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be like the beam right there. Look at how I want to do this. I guess we can do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right there. Perfect. So this will be kind of the decline into our cellar, which will be beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and have that going. And I'm just going to mark all these because I don't need all that. And let's allow that limestone here. So one reason why I'm doing it here is you look at all this. This is like all real. Well, some of it's impure, but a lot of this is good limestone that we can use. So we're going to be mining through all that limestone, which is nice. We'll be able to use it and turn it into limestone brick. So it is going to take a little time. It is more time consuming than mining into dirt, but we will get a lot of limestone here, and Rosa's going to go work on that now. Did we finish this? Is this now a pin? No, it's still not a pin. What are we doing here? Oh, Edward. Edward, I need you to, Edward, I really need you to cut that little ivy shrub, please. So as soon as you're done, come on, Edward. As soon as you're done filling that trout with hay, I'm gonna manually force you to do something. Looks like you might have just had a good conversation with Rosa. Yeah, pleasant conversation. Okay, Edward, will you cut that, please? Yeah, cool. How you doing, Edward? Cordial cut us. Oh Lord. Cordial discussion about the great cattle plague with Ysabell, who looked coy. Interesting. Must be a cattle plague nearby that's going around, but we don't have any cattle, so we don't have to worry about that. Plenty to say about lumpy beds. Well, you know what? I really don't know what to tell you there. I mean, they're not the best beds, but we gotta start somewhere. So yeah, Rosa was baffled. I guess Rosa's comfortable. Um, yeah, but I just love. There's 8 raw food, Edward. Well, you need to cook some real food, Edward. What are you doing? Oh, I didn't queue up the food, did I? That's my bad, Edward. Let's go here. Let's go edit this. We'll clear everything. I only want cabbage, raw meat, milk, egg, cheese. Yeah, we can go ahead and select all that. Trout, pike, eagle, mushroom. And I don't want wood as a fuel source. And we'll just do until you have 30. We got, we'll do about 10 for each settler. So Edward should come over here and start getting some of this meat that's just sitting on the ground. Hey, someone come haul that. Rosa, are you... You're sleeping. You know what? Well, a fox is going to come over here and eat this if we're not careful, so somebody needs to come haul that. Oh, we finally have our pen built. Good. We can I'm just going to uncheck all this because we don't have any other animals. I just want goats in here. Perfect. There you go. Good job, Edward. Yeah, Edward's in charge of our animals, and looks like he's going to go get the other one. That's our goat Pan, who is 1 year and one... Pan. 1 year... Pan? Why does that go away? I don't know why that goes away, but Pan is... If I don't move my mouse... Okay, I guess that's a bug. It goes away. But I think she's 1 day and 1 year old. That's what I was trying to look at, but whatever. We don't get too much information on our goats because for some reason that keeps going away. But Astral is the female goat. Yeah, it's right here. Not much information on this tab, but there they are. And Edward is going to go ahead and train them. Hopefully successfully. Good job, Edward. They are 23% trained. One of them is 21% trained. There you go. Perfect. All right, so Edward, you need to go ahead and prioritize cooking, but I guess whatever. He's going to eat first before he makes the food. Cool. So let's come over here. I'm going to mark some more stuff to haul. I just don't want this stuff laying on the ground. The reason why they aren't picking these up is because they're not in a stockpile. That is what I forgot about. They don't know that it exists. I think we grabbed the... oh no, Ysabell's got the sling. So I think there's one more bow that I'll probably give her, because that's probably might be better. But yeah, let's mark these to haul. I just don't want them laying on the ground. We'll get some seeds, herb seeds in there. The wood's fine. We'll utilize that eventually. But I think we're coming to the end of the episode here. It'll be about 45 minutes, so not bad. We'll get through 3 days. Probably 3 days in the next one, because we'll have a lot going on. Edward is finally... Looks like he's cooking now. Ysabell is writing, so I'm actually going to come over here. Well, I didn't build a floor in here. Damn. Ysabell, you're researching in the dirt. This is the ugliest looking library ever. I'm so sorry. I'm going to build a little stockpile right here, because what she is doing is she is hauling Chronicles all the way over here to this stockpile, and she's swimming the fresh new Chronicles. She's swimming with them across the river, so I think they're getting all wet and look stupid. I can't even read them now, so we're going to come over here, put a stockpile there. Clear everything. We're going to put books there and put a medium priority just until we get enough to build bookshelves. So that'll save us a lot of time so she's not crawling back and forth across the river. And we might want to build a little walkway through here. That might be helpful. Graded floor. Well, we could build a walkway. Should we build a walkway? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. We could do a little walkway right there. I'm not gonna worry about it now. Well, yeah, let's do it. It's probably gonna be a lot faster. Put a little walkway there. I think we can do that. Hopefully, if not, we'll expand it. Build a little sport beam. Whatever. You know what? No, let's just leave it. Let's leave it. We'll leave it. Let's let them swim. It doesn't take that long. So cool. We are about to hit day 4. Where I promise we'll focus on the leisure activities. We should now start seeing some food being prepared and cooked. We've got 12 meals. Perfect. That's taken care of. So I think that's gonna do it for the first episode in season 2 of Going Medieval. And I do plan on playing this quite a bit, man. It's such a fun game. Just chilling, having a good time, having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that's it so far. This is our starting little area, little research area. We can grab like little, oh my god. We can grab like a little screenshot here if we wanted to, or we can do it a different way, maybe with Edward or some of our settlers in the background. So we'll cut it off here because we're about to end day 3, and then we'll start in day 4 tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. I know it was kind of a long episode, but just go at your own pace if you want to watch it all, or if you're not even here yet, or if you're not even here watching and just skipping through, whatever. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace.